welcome to What the Nuts. I'm your host, the Blue Collar Joe. And on this week's episode, we're going to talk about a few things. There's a few things that caught my eye in the news this week that definitely made me say what the nuts. Again, where is this world going to? It's like, it's going to hell in a handbasket. All right. All right. So,
You're doing great, buddy.
obviously, I'm doing great. Obviously.
Holy Jesus.
That guy. All right. So, I wanted to share something with you. Now, this is like some profound shit that Trump said. This comes from December 3rd, 2013. He said, "You can only smile when the losers of the world try so hard to put down successful people. Just remember, they all want to be you." All right, and with that, so I don't think anybody wants to be this guy right here.
You two motherfuckers need Jesus.
Yeah, this motherfucker needs Jesus right here. This motherfucker needs Jesus. Take us to, shit, where the fuck are we going here? Okay, so this is Chester County Parish in, I want to say Pennsylvania's. Yep, Pennsylvania's. All right, so in the Pennsylvanias, there's a Catholic priest. This Catholic priest was, this story comes from PBS WHYY. It's an NPR station. And, so this Catholic priest got arrested for stealing from the church, all right? But like, okay, so, like you would think, okay, he's stealing from the church, right? He's like, he like fucking pulled out like a bunch of money out of an account and he went and bought something stupid, right? No, this dumbass took the parish credit card, right? And was buying shit on his phone, like shit for Candy Crush and shit for Cash Frenzy, Pokemon Go. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Bro, this guy spent over 40 grand. Over 40 grand on this shit. This guy, it's like, okay, like you'd expect to like, you hear Catholic priest and you're thinking, oh man, whose kid did he touch this time? No, it's not that kind of story. This guy stole money from his parish. And this guy, all right. And of course the archdiocese turned him over to the cops because they're like, what? Well, he didn't touch no kid, so we can't fucking play musical fathers, right? We're not gonna let him steal from us, but we'll let a bunch of priests touch kids. That's where stealing is where we draw the line. So, anyways, this parish is in Chester County. It's funny. All right, so a lot of these are gonna be like super short, fucking, because this week the what the nuts, that one right there, I was like, are you fucking kidding me, bro? Are you kidding me? They don't pay you enough not to fucking play those games. Like, you don't have enough shit to do. You should be listening to fucking confession. I bet you he's in the confessional like this. He's in the confessional. Yes, my son. Yes, my son. Fucking shit. I'm ordering fucking new shit on his fucking game. What a fucking douche nozzle. Like, I don't even know if they're not. This article doesn't say whether he's going to be. It does say that he went pending the outcome of the prosecution. All right, so if they find him guilty, he's fucking done as a priest, I bet. But they put him on administrative leave. I don't know if that's paid administrative leave or what, but they put him on admin. I didn't know priests could go on administrative leave. I didn't know that. That was that's something I didn't know. All right, let's move on to the next story I found. I found one. Now this young lady, all right, this is in North Carolina. This young lady, she had just watched Monsters, Inc., right? She had just watched Monsters, Inc., and she told her mom that there were monsters. There were monsters in her wall. She heard shit in her room, right? And there are monsters in her wall, and she was like, and she's only 3, okay? So she doesn't really like know how to express herself, how to communicate well yet. I mean, some 3-year-olds are pretty sharp and can fucking say what it is that is going on. But this one is like, Mom, there's a monster in the wall. There's a monster in the wall. Now, I know about this stuff from personal experience. I did a lot of remodels when I was younger, and we did find a lot of this stuff. Come to find out, initially they thought she was lying. She was saying that she heard monsters in her bedroom wall, but we'd been watching Monsters, Inc. So her daughter's a little speech delayed. So when she tried explaining it, we thought she meant there were monsters in her closet. Okay. There were numerous incidents. Like, this was like, this probably happened over a fucking few days. And then they started spotting bees inside the house and inside the attic. And that's what clued them in on this. Okay, so then they call a beekeeper. Now this is where, fucking they gotta cut the wall open. They gotta find the queen. The queen, you catch the queen, right? You put the queen in a little cage, and then fucking whoop, you put the queen in a new fucking area, a new hive, whatever. Then the bees move to that hive automatically. They just fucking follow the queen. All right. So in my experience, I've cut open walls in houses and found thousands of dead bees, because these places they either tent them or they use a lot of pesticides inside them. We used to use foggers at my house. I still use foggers every now and again. They work well. They at least push the bugs and shit outside. So, but there was more than $50,000 bees, and the hive was twice the size of any other hive he has ever found. So the hive was huge. The hive was normal size, and after the bees, it's $20,000 to fix their house. So, yeah, there's that. there's that. All right. So like, sometimes when you got a fucking when you got your kids telling you some shit, they might be telling you monsters when it might be something else. All right, so that's like what the nuts, because like it's whatever. All right, our next story takes us to fucking, where is this? Where are we at? I want to say Seattle. Yep, Seattle, Washington. I read this story and I watched the video. Okay, so there's a video of this. You can fucking find this video out there. It's coastal bear. It's a coastal bear at a zoo. A coastal bear at a zoo, right? And this coastal bear just turned 2, right? It was born in captivity. So the enclosure is like the side of a stream or the side of a lake, right? So like there's some where the bear can go in the water and cool off and whatnot, right? Well, what happened is, see, there was this duck, right? This duck and her baby ducks are in there with the bear. And then they're in the water and they're just floating around, right? Well, this bear, Juniper, right, goes and starts, like, says, oh, hey, there's a fucking snack right there. There's a fucking chicken nugget. Let me fucking get that shit. Now, if you guys don't know, bears are not herbivores. They're omnivores. They eat plants and animals. So that's, they eat everything. They eat everything. So this bear jumps into water and starts eating these baby ducks. Starts eating these baby ducks. It's like,
Holy Jesus.
and then you hear on the video, you hear these kids, they're like, that's not nice. Somebody needs to help them. Well, not near one of them parents said, hey, look, this is how life works. Sometimes you're the bear and sometimes you're the duck. All right. I'm all for, educating kids, but they need the circle of life. All right. That baby duck, there's like 6 or 8 of them. He just had a freaking he just had a little snack. So the video shows the bear snatching the little ducks, the ducklings, eating it, and then going and chasing after another one. All right. The bystanders, instead of educating their kids on this is how life is, this is how wildlife acts, and this is why we do not feed bears, this is why we do not this is the circle of life, basically that's what this is. And to hear these parents instead of correcting their kids like, oh, that's not nice. Well, that's how life works. That's what happens in the wild. If you think them bears are not taking, like, gonna take advantage of an opportunity, and that's what this was. This duck and her ducklings were in an area where there was a bear. They did not go away from the bear. There's no telling that if the ducklings could fly or not. But I was like, what the nuts? Like, seriously, you sat there recording it and didn't say nothing, but you can hear the videographer say, that's not nice. Um, I don't know. This story was quite funny. It did, it did, it did refer to the ducklings as chicken nuggets. That was kind of funny. I thought that was hilarious. All right. So on to another story that I was like, I did not know this shit was going on. So, by the way, that story and this story all come from the New York Post. Okay. So here we go. Here we go. This is one that I was like, wow, I can't believe this. This is unbelievable. There's a Norwegian cruise line, right? Norwegian cruise line. They're like, hey, so how about 11-day nude cruise? How about it? Any takers? I'm not jumping on that boat. I wouldn't know where to sit. And there's a picture here, and there's a lot of people naked, but there's a lot of people not naked. Most of them are blurred out. Yeah, I don't think the editing guy fucking got all of them. I don't know. There's a lot of bodies there. So the cruise will leave out of Miami. It leaves out of Miami. Now I don't know when this cruise is going on, but I was reading the story and I was like, okay. Oh, this is next February. Next February. All right, so it's next year. Let's see here. There are places that you do have to wear clothes, like inside, if you're going to if you're going to be on this ship, there are certain places you have to wear clothes. Like being out on the deck, you can be naked out on the deck. If you're going to go ashore anywhere, it says you have to put clothes on. And then there's no fondling or inappropriate touching. So you can't be walking around with a chub. All right? You can't be walking around. But ladies can walk around with hard nipples. I don't get it, but it's whatever. The cheap seats are $2,000, and the 3-bedroom villa is $33,000. So you got your choice. There's plenty of room on the ship. One thing that caught me about this story is I read some of the comments. Some of the comments were like, yeah, most of the people on that ship are probably in their 60s and 70s. And they're probably people that you don't want to see naked. So if you're thinking that you want to just like, hey, I'm going to go try this. Yeah, no. Let's forget that shit. All right. So that was kind of something that made us go what the nuts this week. I got one last story. And I found it today, and I kind of was like, what in the world? Now, the headline reads, U.S. teacher arrested for making out with 5th grader months before wedding. Okay, so with that said, I've seen the picture of her, and she's not that bad looking. But Why? Why would you try freaking... I don't know. Why would you try making out with an 11-year-old? All right, so this teacher was like 24. Madison Bergman, she's 24. And an incident came to light after the mothers found them speaking on the phone. So, then they took the boy's phone, right? They took the boy's phone and they went through the boy's phone and they found all these text messages, right? So they're like, all right, we're gonna print out these text messages. We're gonna go down to school. We're gonna fucking find out what's going on. So obviously, this dummy was having an inappropriate relationship with this 11-year-old. Now, for those of you who are not a Gen Xer, okay? A Gen Xer, if you heard something like this, at school or something like that, you'd be like, what? You scored with the freaking teacher? That'd be awesome, right? And I know it's inappropriate, but if you're thinking, if you ever been a 5th grade boy, 6th grade boy, 7th grade boy, you had a crush on one of your teachers or one of your teacher's assistants. Now, nobody is ever lucky enough. And I say lucky because it's like, that's like every boy's dream. But I don't see there. This article doesn't go into great detail on what transpired between these two. It did say that they were writing like letters. She had a what the heck was it? A folder with all the handwritten letters, and it's like, seriously, why are you hanging on to that shit? Like, that shit's because there's a quote in here that one of the letters. Here. One of the letters is quoted as saying, one of my cousins is in the 5th grade and I can't imagine a man talking to her the way we talk. Oh my God. I know we have a special relationship and I do love you more than anyone in the world, but I have to be the adult here and stop. Like, so that says right there that she knew what she was doing was wrong. That she was doing something against the law. So it's like, you should have never started it in the first place. Because you already knew it was wrong. And like everybody's in shock. Like the teachers are in shock. And everybody's like, oh, whatever. She was such a nice lady. So stupid. It's just that, why I don't get, you're an educator. Why would you take advantage of a child? I just don't get it. I do not get it at all. Do not get it. Not one bit. I do not get it. There's a few other things that made me say what the nuts this week. But this particular story with this teacher, it's It's like you're just a fucking kid yourself. You're 24 years old. And you essayed 11-year-old. It's like fucking you knew that shit was inappropriate. It was like
You two motherfuckers need Jesus.
yes.
You don't need egg, you need Jesus.
Yeah, you don't need it. You don't need it. You need Jesus. And you know what? You know what Mr. Rogers says about that shit?
No.
That's right. You don't fucking do that shit. You don't fucking do that.
No.
Yeah. Mr. Rogers, you're spot on right there, buddy. You just don't do that. Now, I can tell you a story. There was a story when I was in high school that this senior was seeing somebody's mom that I knew. Right? And they were doing. But that was somebody's mom that wasn't an educator. If that somebody's mom wants to bang one of her kids' friends, I guess, I mean, you know, it's not okay. But it's like you're not going to stop that kind of shit from going on. I mean, it's illegal. It's interesting. It's interesting that that people have this mental issue that they get, you know, they can just, you know, hurt little kids. I'm not down for hurting little kids, all right? I don't give a shit, but I'm trying to wrap my head around this, you know. This article is just, I can't believe it. Like he's like the 5th grader is just like, yeah, it's whatever, man. You know, like they said something. The boy when he was questioned, he was just like, oh, we were just making out. And that's, you know, he's like minimizing it. Like, you know, oh yeah, we were just doing that thing, you know, whatever. I don't know, but that's our show for this week. Want to thank you again for joining us. Hit that follow button, hit the like, hit the whatever, wherever you're listening to us. Go ahead and check us out. And that's what has, let's see here. Let's see here. All right, you guys. We'll catch you next week.
I heard you've been looking for me, bitch. Here I go. I heard you've been looking for me, bitch. Here I go. I hear that you're looking for me, bitch. Here I go.